So the question is, what is the difference between a Sakya Ekajati deity and a Nyingma Ekajati deity? Well, first of all, we have to really understand that Nyingma is the old school of Tibet, and it has kind of two parts. It has an early part up until the 11th, 12th century, and then it has a later part, which is generally more in line with revealed treasure traditions and the worship of Padmasambhava. So we have the Nyingma tradition with two parts, and then we have Sakya. Sakya is just one school counted among the new schools of Tibet, which started in really the 11th century with bringing new Buddhist teachings and Buddhist tantras from India. So we have two kind of different systems here, two different systems for Tantra, and two different systems as to what appears in art, painting, and sculpture. So from the Sarma side, from the Sakya, Kadam, Kagyu Jonang side of it, then we have a number of different forms of Ekajati that come out of India. And primarily, she's a meditational deity. She's a deity that is used as a focus of meditation for the purposes of removing obstacles, of hoping to reach enlightenment and transforming one's samsaric kind of being. Now, there's really about four major meditational forms: a one-face two-armed, a one-face four-armed, one-face eight-armed, and then a 12-faced, 24-armed form of Ekajati. So these are the main meditational forms coming out of India in the 11th century. Now, so Ekajati is a meditational deity in these certain texts. But then we can have Ekajati as a retinue figure for other deities, like green Tara. We can have Tara in a three deity configuration with green Tara, Marichi, and Ekajati, which is quite popular in India. And then we also have Ekajati as a protector deity coming out of India and Kashmir in texts like the 25 chapter and 50 chapter Mahakala Tantras. And in the Sakya tradition, there is a certain form of Ekajati which relates to the one-faced two-armed Mahakala called Panjanata. And Ekajati also has one-faced two-armed, and in this tradition she's regarded as the mother of Panjanata Mahakala and the one-faced four-armed Sri Devi that accompanies Mahakala. Now that's and then we have Ekajati in certain places in other traditions, Sarma traditions. Now, with the Nyingma tradition, we have the early Nyingma, and then we have the later Nyingma, which is dominated by Terma, and then Ekajati becomes the major protector, along with Dorje Legpa and Rahula as the three main revealed treasure Terma protectors of the Nyingma. Now, in the Nyingma, Ekajati has a different appearance. Now, first of all, Ekajati means a single braid of hair. But in the Nyingma tradition, they also extend it to be a single braid of hair, a single eye, a single tooth, a single breast. Not all traditions, but generally the single eye. And also in the Drikung tradition, it's either a revealed treasure or it's a pure vision teaching. Then in the Drikung Kagyu, then they have a form of Ekajati which even has one leg. So one braid of hair, one eye, one tooth, one breast, one leg. So it's a very different appearance. But we can't confuse all these different systems. We have to treat these deities as being independent and within their own logic systems and deity network. And we can't just conflate Ekajati across the board in all traditions and think it's all the same and has the same meaning. It doesn't. They're different systems. So it's a little bit like somebody named John Smith in London and somebody named John Smith in San Francisco, and they're not the same person. Name is the same, the function and the people are not the same. So that's just a quick overview for Ekajati.